I was talking to Kevin Tan, and he was sitting here, right here. He was sitting right there, and we had a little water problem. So we had a guy come in who was going to fix our rug, and he was looking around, and he was spending about, half an hour or so. He gives me a quote. I go, "How much is going to cost?" Gives me the quote. And Kevin Tan sitting right there. So the guy gives me the quote, and I go, "Okay, you're going to need to sharpen that pencil. Try again." And he goes, "All right, hold on." And he drops like 30%. I go, "All right, fine, we'll do that." Well, a couple months later, I was talking to Kevin Tan, and we were talking about negotiation, and he goes, Kevin Tan says to me, I was there when you negotiated on the carpet guy, when you asked him to sharpen his pencil. I says, "Mr. Tan, shame on you. I didn't ask him to sharpen his pencil. I told him he has to sharpen his pencil." There's a huge difference in those two things. So if he's learning to negotiate by observing me, he's going, "I'm just going to do what Kevin does." So now he's going to go to the next guy and he goes, "Hey, can you sharpen your pencil?" That's completely different than what I did, saying, "Hey, you're going to have to sharpen that pencil. Try again." There's a difference. The energy is completely different between those two things. So when you're reading a book, listening to an audio, or whatever, you're filtering stuff. A week later, certainly 6 months later, a year later, you're a completely different person. Your filters are all different. You learned more information. You've had more experiences. The moon, the stars, the earth, all the astrological planets are in different positions. Your energy is different. Everything is different. You read that same book, it's like, did I read this book? You see things different. You have different cognitions, new awareness, new aha moments, new understandings. Maybe you weren't ready to hear something the first time. Now you're ready.